So today I want to talk about building a pitch. So I don't think we've actually built one yet.
No, we have not.
We've kind of just went with the flow, right? Okay. So it's going to be short and sweet, but there's 3 main points, and then we can kind of build one together. So
Get my money book out.
Absolutely.
This is the money book.
Set it up. I have my money iPad here. Marcus goes with the money book.
I like the pen and paper approach.
I think I also, when I was reading that study yesterday about retention of information, it did say that people that write down with a pen and paper as opposed to digital notes also retain more information.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it said there may be, it was more, that was aimed at students in class, saying that if you take notes with your laptop, it's not as effective as actually writing it down.
I also feel like, because I know a lot of people that are like, audio books and digital books, but something
in one ear and out the other.
Something about like holding the actual book and sitting there and like that. Just for me,
no, I agree, because I've listened to several audiobooks, but I think I only get the main point as opposed to the details, because you're focusing on driving and distractions, and I definitely don't hear the whole
message or whatever.
Yeah, or I'll be thinking about other stuff while I'm listening and driving.
Yeah.
I don't get the whole picture, I think. So I'd agree. So this is probably
just me.
The way to do it. Okay, so when we're building a pitch, so we haven't really done that, but we're going to work on it today. So at this point, we've already dropped the bag. We've already followed up. We already got the appointment with the client, so this was kind of like you did with Ferrari yesterday. We weren't necessarily pitching them a specific thing, because it was more still the fact-finding meeting. But you got in there and you got all the details, so we know what they want, what they need, what they like, and what they don't like about what they've already got. So that's kind of where we're at with Ferrari in a sense. We got in there, talked to him, you got a whole bunch of details. We did pitch him a quote, but there's probably going to be opportunity to pitch a lot more stuff in the future. So we break it down into 3 different parts: the why, the how, and the what. So if we can break it down into 3 parts, we've got the why, the how, and the what to our pitch. So starting with the why is going to be how we gain that altitude with the client we've been talking about. So we want to tell them, demonstrate why we're going to be the preeminent choice. We're going to be the one-stop shop. We're going to be that expert, trusted advisor in everything print, graphic design, marketing, and signs. Why are we the best? Why do we do what others don't do? And you've been experiencing that over the last few weeks when we did the competitive shopping, when you've been helping people at the front, when you've been closing down deals. You're learning kind of why we go that extra step that other people aren't doing, why we're having these meetings in the morning. All of that's going to translate into giving you more confidence that you can express to the client. Why us? So does that make sense? So what have we done? It's telling a story about why we're doing what we're doing, how we can solve their problems or issues, and anything that they've had trouble with in the past. Why us? Why we can demonstrate how we can solve that problem and solve it and be their number one go-to source. So that's part 1 of the pitch. So we got to develop that. And again, this all kind of, we need to have those details and the fact-finding done, because each of these pitches are going to be crafted specifically for that client. So we don't want to have just a standard pitch that goes for everybody, because we want to be able to directly talk to them and help them. So then we get in, after the why, we get into the how exactly we can help them. So what is our feature advantage or benefits that we offer the client? What we need to craft this again directly in line with what we've learned from the fact-finding process and what problems they're having that we can solve. So we're going to exactly explain how, in detail, what we can do to help them with all of this stuff we figured out that they need help with, all the problems. So we're going to stress in this part of the pitch the how we can help, how we're going to add value above and beyond what they're currently receiving or whatever their current printer is providing for them. So the only thing that we have to be careful for in the how is that we don't start telling and not selling. So we can start telling about all the good things we can do and we can offer, but at the same time we have to demonstrate how it's actually going to help them and sell that to them. So someone can say how great they are, all the good stuff they do, but if they don't actually sell you on how it's going to help you, it's not going to be useful. So it's more just telling, not selling. So that's just a thing to keep in mind. Don't tell, not sell. So we want to tell, but we want to sell at the same time. So we just need to make that connection. So then after we've explained why and explained how we can help, we have to tell them what we can do for them, and we have to kind of get into what we're going to do in that process. So they know why us, they know how we can help them. Now we got to say what we're going to do to help them. So that's where we can say stuff like, we have our professional graphic designers, we can go in-house, get you an exact design on your logo. I'm going to send you a proof tomorrow or the next day. You're going to see exactly what we're going to print before we print it for you. So you're going to be on the same page with us. There's going to be no mystery of what you're going to end up with. I've got samples I can bring over to you, show you in person, make sure that you like the samples, so you know what kind of quality you're going to get before we start printing it for you. And then once we get that set up, we're going to get your entire staff business cards. We're going to have them for your office manager, your 2 sales guys, and your guy in the back, and we're going to get everybody set up with cards. And then I'm going to get them printed. I'm going to come out and deliver them right to your office when everything's done, so you don't have to worry about having to get over here. So basically we're going to handle the design, the print, the delivery, and it's going to be done. So we've kind of said why us, how we can help them, and then what we're going to do to make it happen. And then after we get into that, that's the pitch has been done. We've pitched our thing, and then we got to get into the closing stage. But today we're just worrying about building the pitch. So if we can craft that for each client, each prospect that we're going in to meet with, we can have that narrowed down and kind of fresh in your mind so you're ready for it when you go in there, then it should make the close easier because we've demonstrated those 3 points, made it easy for them to say yes, show them we're the experts, trusted source, and we're going to pitch them, and then we're going to shut them down. So that's building a pitch. What do you think? Any questions on that?
Just trying to absorb all that. But
okay, so I think, and again, I'm gonna make this into an email. I'm gonna maybe print these out. Maybe once we build out, and we've had maybe 20 or 30, I can make a book. We can have a little
sales
dirty
book.
Kitchen.
Oh yeah, the dirty kitchen
book.
pamphlet.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, let's just build a practice pitch just for fun, a little role play. So
okay.
Let's say, well, we could even do it for Ferrari.
Okay.
We have the details, right? So tell me from your meeting with her the other day, what exactly do they want?
Well, they need that step and repeat banner.
Yeah, but big picture, just in general, what do they want? What do they need going forward? So that's an immediate need. But what in the big picture do they want and need?
Business cards.
Yep.
Yes, because the ones that they have right now aren't like. She has the business cards that are from either Houston or Ferrari North America, and they've got the right
fonts and stuff.
Yeah, the right font, and it's also I don't think it's supposed to be on white paper. It's supposed to be like on that classic crest, like that.
Okay, off-white, kind of like a worm white or something.
Exactly, it's supposed to be on that, and then like so I think it's supposed to be like that, and then I think the font is the right font, but it's too small. She's
definitely too small.
Yeah, she. I asked her if I could have one, like for her. She goes, no, I can't give you these. And I'm just like,
okay, but you already have one, don't you?
No, like from the right one.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I said the classic crest too is because she also had like the envelopes and like the
matching, yeah.
Yeah, but
letterhead or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So she had that, but those were the right ones, I guess. So
gotcha.
whoever's doing those they're doing it right. So I was just like.
She said that.
Yeah.
Those words.
Because.
Okay.
I tried to be like, whoa, who like we can do these it was these are right.
Okay. Well, if we get to the point, we'll need to get a sample from her so we can mimic it. But. So I guess big picture then, we're thinking still a little bigger. That's still a little specific because we're still trying to craft the pitch big picture. But they basically, from what you're telling me, they want someone who can get them their design stuff the proper way, the spec'd out way, the required way, and someone that you said they need it faster, right? A little quicker. They said that they want something quick, fast.
They didn't really say anything like that.
But they also said they didn't want to spend a ton of money because even though they're a Ferrari, they don't have an unlimited
Yeah.
budget. So basically they want someone who can do what they need correctly, the right way, and for a fair price,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay,
Yes.
so why can we do that for them? What do we have that we can, why can we help them with that issue?
Because we have the portal, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they'll get there if they continue to do. We can have like a shelf for them.
Sure.
It'll also bring, and then the more quality that they buy, for themselves. I mean, well, for whoever has business cards, the cheaper the price will get, right?
Yep. So if they can do bulk and they can do shells, and they're gonna get consistency, they're gonna get quick orders, so quick reorders, quick stuff like that. And we also have the full-time graphic design team who is super professional, and they can basically create anything they need or copy anything that they want to copy. So that's a good example of why us. So then how can we help? So our features, advantages, and benefits would be something like the portal. We can offer them the features of the portal. We can say we can set a complete custom online system exclusive for you. And if you don't want to have to be responsible for making all the card orders, we can give access to others, but you can be the final approver that says, yes, you can have this, or no, you can't. So maybe she's a little overwhelmed with having to enter all the people's information when they need new stuff, or like you said, she's real busy, so maybe she doesn't even have time. But if they had other people that could jump in there, put in a card and send it to her for approval, that would maybe be a big burden off of her shoulders. So that's one way we can help. We're right down the road, right? So we're local. We're literally like 10 minutes away. So if they need anything quick, we can do an emergency rush order, drive it right out to them. So that's another good example of how we can help, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the way we add value, I'm pretty sure lots of people aren't going to be coming out there and sitting down, meeting with them and doing stuff like you just did. They're going to be all like, oh, let's just do it on the phone, let's just do an email. But we can do that. We have a small, mobile, aggressive team. We can go out there, we can give them that personal, attentive experience that they're not going to get with the other guys, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then what specifically can we do for them? So like you said, we can start by getting them proofs. Let them know what we can exactly get what they need. They can see it first before we print it. You can bring out lots of samples of different paper if they want to have some choices. We can sit down, we can get them approved before doing any printing, make sure that they're on the same page, they like it, and then we can get it right into production, right out the door, delivered into their hands. So Mrs. So-and-so, if that all sounds good, why don't we get started on the proof today? And I'll get you that invoice this afternoon. Close them down.
Bag them
Yep.
and tag them.
Bag and tag 'em. Cracking necks and cashing checks.
There you go.
So I think that's just a good way to think through it. So we got the details, you did all that fact finding, then we're gonna craft the why, the how, and the what. And you're gonna do that before you go to the appointment, obviously. So you're gonna have that prepared, you're gonna know, and then after you do it 5, 6, 7 times, it's just gonna be a lot easier.
Your muscle memory.
Yep.
It's like going in the gym, like, just know what to pick up already.
Yep. And then you're always picking up that heavier weight the next time, improving your pitch. And then before you know it, you're in the big leagues.
Selling Grant Cardone's gonna be like, yo,
He's gonna try and hire you.
us, we're gonna be like, them boys out there in San Antonio, what are they? Them boys are cooking up something special in that kitchen.
That's right.